Every baby is different, and for that we have to be very grateful since your baby may sleep very little, while another sleeps a lot from day one. It is always hard, especially for your first baby, to know what is normal and what is a real problem, and some of the answers lie in how you feed your baby. But if your baby is one that doesn't get much sleep and cries a lot, what can you do? Read on for some ideas to help you. If you are breastfeeding your baby, then you can expect your baby to need feeding more often than a bottle-fed baby, and as a result you are likely to have less sleep as the time in between feeds will not do much to relieve sleep deprivation. However, breastfeeding is still considered the best way to go. The other downside is that unless you pump your milk and then store it, you have to be available to nurse your baby, you have no other option. Now, the problem arises when your baby has been fed, changed, bathed, put to bed, but then starts crying and is unable to go to sleep. What do you do? Some say rock your baby, others say ignore the crying, and eventually your baby will cry itself to sleep. Others say the baby must still be hungry, and the reasons go on. Some suggest letting the baby sleep with you, but I consider this to be risky. What if you turn over on your baby without realizing? One of the nightmares I used to have when my daughters were young, was that I would fall asleep in the rocking chair with them in my arms to begin with, but then they would fall to the ground when I fell asleep. It could be worse if they are in bed with you. The covers could constrict the baby's airway, or you could roll on top of them, and with being asleep, not even notice, a horrible thought. I believe that generally babies cry for a reason, and after all, that is their only form of communication when they are so young. You should go with your instincts, let them guide you, since you are their parent, and know them better than anyone. So what are you to do? Soothing music is good for both baby and adults, to relieve some of the tension from the day. Did you know that infants' sleep problems can affect their mothers? An Australian study found that there was a strong association between the sleep problems in infants and symptoms of depression in their mothers, which makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't necessarily help you cope. Most babies adapt well to routines, so introducing a sleep routine at an early age can be very beneficial for all concerned, and it may help your baby settle better by knowing that bath time comes before a feed and a long sleep. It may help you too.